Did want to talk briefly about the trip. Mostly it's for the sake of it's a gaming show. I want to talk about Super Nintendo World because I did go to Epic Universe in Orlando. We went to Epic twice. I will say I am planning to do a standalone video on my thoughts on Epic Universe because I really just want to talk about it. But I don't care to repeat my words here in a live stream in a video because those audiences for the most part exist separately anyway. No, Super Nintendo World, man, was very impressive. For me personally, it was it was my favorite portal because that's what they're called over there for Epic Universe. It was my favorite portal of the 4 universes they have, which is Super Nintendo World, Isle of Berk, the Ministry, and Dark Universe. It was my favorite. But I will say up front for my gaming fans listening that maybe want to go or they're hoping to go or they're already going or maybe they already went. Objectively, it's not the best park though. Objectively, top to bottom, when you're considering everything, you're going to enjoy this. Isle of Berk is easily the best.
Yeah.
Easily the best.
Of those 4 of those, like, I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Super Nintendo appeals more, or Super Nintendo World would appeal to you more because you're more of a fan of that than the other properties.
See, the thing is, it's not even that I'm a fan. There's a very specific reason why it's my personal favorite. Because, like, overall, I had more fun at Isle of Berk. Like, the roller coaster over there, Hiccup's Wing Gliders, in the 2 days that we went, me and Christina rode that thing 6 times. Like, that coaster is so much fun. And the food over at Isle of Berk is incredible, too. Like, those mac and cheese cones that have gone viral, those things are awesome. But the reason why Super Nintendo World was my favorite, even though there was some, I'll up front say it, very lackluster things about Super Nintendo World. The thing that was awesome is you truly felt like you were going into a different world. Because the whole concept of Epic Universe, for anyone that hasn't looked into it, are portals. You go to these portals entering these worlds, right? You can tell where the money went. The money went to Nintendo. You can tell. Because like the other 3, it's just their big, super nice decorated arch with LED screens with colors representing the world. It's got the huge tower that will represent the world. It's super cool, looks cool. You just walk through the arch and you're in the world, right? For Super Nintendo World, its arch leads to an escalator, which is through a warp pipe. You're going through a Mario warp pipe into Super Nintendo World, and then on top of that, Donkey Kong Country and the Mario Land, they are enclosed with very large walls. So when you're in Super Nintendo World, you feel like you're really separated from the rest of the park. The only other time you're going to be able to see the rest of the park is like when you're riding the Minecart Madness, the Donkey Kong coaster. You obviously, when you reach the high point, you can look over and you can see the rest of the park. Maybe if I only did the Yoshi's thing once, I think maybe at Yoshi's you could see a little bit, but I don't think so. I think it's just Donkey Kong. Meanwhile, every other universe you're in, you can at some point easily see the park around you, right? Mario just felt like it was super immersive, where you truly felt like you were going into another world, and that's why it's still my favorite. Because like objectively speaking, like I think Isle of Berk is overall the best because Hiccups is incredible. The little wing gliders ride, it's short, it's a kind of a kids ride thing, but it's a lot of fun. They have a water ride that looked fun. We didn't end up doing it. The show at the Isle of Berk. Normally, for anyone that goes to theme parks, you know what I'm talking about. Normally, shows are just a chance for you to go sit down, get some AC, and take a break, right? They're always fine. Obviously, kudos to the live stage actors. They're always fine, but that's all they ever are for me is just fine. The Untrainable Dragon, the show there was unbelievable. Like to the point where it's like next time I go, it's a must see. Like it's not like, oh, I'm tired, let's go check it out. No, it's like, no, it starts at this time, we need to go. Like it was that good. With Mario and Nintendo, man, like Toadstool Cafe, you're paying for the gimmick. It's very standard 7 out of 10 food. Like we had like the Mario burger, the Luigi chicken sandwich, which that chicken sandwich was dry as fuck. Like up front, I'll go ahead and say it, dry as hell. All 3 of the desserts, they were all fine. You're paying for the gimmick. That's what which is fun and whatever. Mario Kart up front sucks. I'll go ahead and say it. For anyone who's excited, I'm going to go ahead and shatter your dreams. The ride sucks. That ride is terrible. That ride is so bad. It is so ungodly slow. Like, dude, you're going to go faster on the Cat in the Hat ride at Islands of Adventure than you're going to be going on Mario Kart. It's that bad. Like, I appreciate what they're trying to do with the ride, of where you have like these like VR like glasses you put on with your little Mario hat thing, and like you're using Mario Kart items to knock out enemies off the track and stuff, and you're using your eyes to look in the direction that you want to send the attack, which that's cool. Innovative Nintendo, trademark shit. But dude, it's just, if the ride was a little bit faster, it'd probably be a lot. It is so slow. It's laughable how slow it is. Thank God we had Express Pass, because like even with Express, it was 30-minute wait for us. Dude, I would never wait more than 30 minutes for that ride. That ride is absolutely terrible. Yoshi, it's a kid's ride. I mean, it's a small little people mover. It's just, if you can literally walk on the ride, by all means do it. But if you have to wait any amount of time, do not do it. Now, Donkey Kong, that was a blast. The first time we rode it with Express. When literally we're walking off, we immediately walked into single rider line. It's like, we got to do that again. It was so much fun. Then they have a mini attraction where you go fight Bowser Jr. And the funny thing about this is that you can't just walk into the attraction. You have to play the mini games around the park to get into the attraction. So the one kind of negative and greedy little side to it, you do have to have those power-up bands, because you have to click the power-up bands and collect the golden keys around the Mario world. But it was a lot of fun. It was a cute little gimmick thing. It was cool. Just the environment of Nintendo World was really breathtaking. Peach's Castle was super sick. The bathrooms are like themed after like an underwater level in Mario, which is really cool. I mean, the aesthetic of everything was phenomenal. And like I said, it was like, what does it for me is that you really felt like you were going into another world. So I mean, it was great. Loved it. I will also say this, because we have reported on this in the past on the show. I have reported before about my inside sources, kind of, on what is to come in the future for Nintendo and those parks. I've talked about Pokemon and Zelda and stuff. I'll go ahead and say it up front without a doubt in my mind. Legend of Zelda is coming to Epic Universe. So just go ahead and buckle up for that one, because it's happening. Because like they have like the main Nintendo store outside of the portal, and if you walk in there, it has like stained glass of all the characters. And this was going around before. I already knew this was here before we went, but it's just like when you look at everything, the signs are clearly there. With the stained glass of characters, it's all Nintendo, it's all Mario and Donkey Kong. But then they do have Link, Zelda, and Ganondorf up in the stained glass. And then if you pay attention more, where you look at like the floor itself, they have like mosaic like decorations on the floors for all the different worlds. So like the main checkout area is all Mario, the side entrance is all like a huge Donkey Kong thing, and then the main entrance is Legend of Zelda. So there is already kind of like unconfirmed, confirmed plans to expand Epic. There's one open area that's going to expand Celestial Park, which is like the main park. It's everything that's not a portal, right? Everything that's not a portal is called Celestial Park. And then there was another section between Nintendo and Dark Universe that is going to be expanded. It's going to be Zelda. It's going to be Legend of Zelda. It's going to be at Epic. I mean, there's a section in Donkey Kong Country that you could easily cut out and just make it a Zelda portal. And then also, to my excitement, I'm pretty sure it's going to probably be Twilight Princess themed, because the three stained characters were the Twilight Princess models of the characters. And then also, just think about it. It just makes so much sense. Make it Castle Town. That's all you got to do. Twilight Princess has like the most in-depth Castle Town. The next one will be Ocarina of Time, as you know. I mean, you could do a circus attraction. You could go to like Agatha's house, whatever, which is like the bug theme. You could do Thelma's Bar as your restaurant in the area. You could do a Hyrule Castle themed dark ride. I mean, like it's clear as day. It's gonna be Castle Town. There's that store that you helped to build up in Twilight Princess. That can be the store that you go buy merch from. No, I mean it was cool, and really excited for the future expansions of it. I also wanted to share that in any time we do a trip, we always make sure to hit up some retro game stores. Big shout out to Cybertron Video Games down in Orlando, Florida. If anyone's in the area and never been, definitely check it out. It is on like the eastern side of Orlando. All three of them are like the northeastern side of Orlando. Definitely check them out. They always have great stock every time we've been. So we both went down there with some chase items. Christina did find one of hers. We got the Legend of Zelda Hylian Shield 3DS, $500. costed a pretty damn penny. The same store we went to also had a sealed version of it for $1,000. They had a few other things. One for me that broke my heart a little bit is they had one of my chase items I've been looking for a while is the Spider-Man PS4 Pro. Unfortunately, did not have the controller, and it looked like shit. It was super scratched up, which me and her kept complaining, and I'm curious your thoughts on this too. I don't understand how people can let that happen to a console. You know what I mean? Like how can you let that happen? I don't get it.
Most people, I would say probably most people, they're just buying the console.
Yeah.
They're just buying the console. They see that they're like, oh,
there it is. Yeah,
they show up and they're like, oh, well, I was going to get the normal black one, but I guess this one has Spider-Man theme on it, so I'll get that one instead.
Right.
It's like, it's one where in hindsight, it's like, yeah, probably shouldn't have let all that damage happen to it. But it's also one where most people aren't too concerned about it. Right. It's one of those where I feel like in that space, we're the weird ones. We're the ones.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
We're the ones that want to buy it and put it on a shelf.
Yeah, and decorate it and cherish it. Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. No, there was one other thing that I since it was there, I probably should have picked it up. They did have the Sword and Shield Switch Lite. Always wanted that one. Had the chance to buy it when it was brand new. Never bought it. Would like to have it. They did have it. I obviously didn't get it. But no, overall, great selection of stuff down there at Cybertron. Definitely recommend anyone that's going down there to check them out, as well as if you're in the area and you haven't heard of them, which is very possible, by the way. Very possible. It's a big city. A lot of things that's very spread out. A lot of things to do. Very possible you could be in the area and you haven't heard of them. Definitely go check out Cybertron. They pretty sweet store.